Okay, so everything in this room seems to be going pretty well. So as you can see, I've got a lot of switchgrass in here now. I've been taking a couple of samples, I should say, from my seeds, and I'm only using the ones that have less than 100% water usage. Some of them are 99%, some of them are 95. I think I've got one in there that's 94. This one I will not be using. It's 104%, so that goes into this pile. So since last time, I kind of went through the code because I hit a bit of a snag. Somewhere in my code, there was a problem because when I changed it to use, to harvest seeds rather than just skipping that step, it started cycling between the import bin and back to where it harvested, and just kept going backwards and forwards. And it was like, excuse me, it was really early in the morning, so I was a bit tired. And then I ended up asking my wife for help. And what we figured out was there was a part of my code where I was moving RA2 to the value of RA, but then before it had chance to jump back to RA2, it was being overridden again, and it was getting stuck in a bit of a loop. So with the help of my wife, I was able to sort that out, and now we have a fully functioning Larry, and yeah, it's just doing the job. There was a comment about changing the code so that it doesn't account for seeds. To be honest, I don't really mind. I know it's having to do a lot of backward and forwarding. With the amount of crops that I've got, I would have probably been more efficient having two Larrys. And then once everything was full, which it almost is, then have it only harvest if it's 6 or greater, rather than waiting for 7. But I don't really mind because I can just purchase the seeds anyway. They can be just a bit of a additional volatile production, and yeah, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, I made a couple of little changes. I basically moved the requirement of RA2 within the harvest portion of the code, and I also took out, so the idle check now sits outside of the code and is referred to when needed. I tried to do the extended. I don't think that bit's working. I don't think it does what I think it's supposed to. When it's activating, it's still activating twice for every action, but it's not broken. It still works. It's just a bit annoying seeing the button activate multiple times, but it's doing the job. It's going back to where it left off, and it just carries on. And I've tested logging off and logging back into the game, and it just picks off from wherever it left off. So we're all good. This one's 97%, so I can stick that in there. We now have a full crop of switchgrass. So I think we're at a point now where we should probably look at getting the fuel production set up. Like get it all funneled in. So let me just get a refreshment, and we will see if we can get this working today. Right, I need my suit. Can't just go out without it. I'm really eager to get the base pressurized because I've started producing oxygen now. Now that we got the ratio of CO2 down to 20%, it has started pushing oxygen back into my tank. So we're on a very nice and comfortable 7.71 megapascal, plenty of CO2. Not running that out of that anytime soon. This bit's still working. Obviously, you can see it's cooling. So yeah, that's good. Let me get these chucked into here. Let's get that biomass produced. You can go in a stack. You. Okay, and then you. Will you go in? Nope, not yet. Now. There we go. So, I've expanded my to-do list on things that I want to get done. Whether this is all going to happen now, I don't know. So I guess the first thing is, well, you know what? Actually, let me do something that I've been meaning to do for bloody ages. Let's go and get that stupid fountain in there connected. It just sat there on the wall and I have to wait to drink. Oh, got some more insulated pipes here. But there's no reason for it. It's just laziness. So if I just get you there and you there. Oh, I need to get you powered as well. Let's do that. Wire cutters. You there, you there. Boom. Oh yeah. They stay on the floor. There we go. I no longer have to drink from my bottles. So another thing that I would like to do. Well, let's go back to my to-do list and I'll show you everything that's on there. Excuse me. Always got a frog in my throat when I start recording. Right. So we have done. Where is it? Connect fountain! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Okay. So cold furnace is something that I don't have to do right now. I can get by without it. That's fine. Reduce volatile is obviously what we're working on. Vol cooling. Oh yes. So what I noticed was that the volatile is creeping up. So when I first started, that was at 0 degrees Celsius. The reason why we're getting increased temperature is because we've hit a pressure in which the pollutant is condensing. When it condenses, we gain temperature. So I'm going to need to make sure that it hits a temperature of, well, I don't want it to go any more really than 20 because my oxygen is going to be at room temperature, which is about 24 degrees. There's no point in trying to cool the oxygen. We might as well wait until the volatiles at that and then keep them both the same. So yeah, that's something that I want to do. We might have to plug the tank of volatile into potentially into, well, somewhere for it to cool. I don't know. We'll work something out. We'll work something out. But yeah, so that's something I need to keep an eye on because we don't want to get too high. I think if it gets to 100, it's going to go, well, if it mixes with the oxygen, it will combust. Heat transport processing, we're going to do that today. Batteries, I printed out some of the large batteries because we're getting to a point where during the night I'm probably down to about 2 batteries. And I've really got no reason for that because when the storms come, should be able to store a healthy amount of power. Now, I don't know how this is going to look. I need to take off the floor though. I'm going to put the batteries above these batteries. But I just want to see how this is. Because if they look too stupid floating, we might do something else. Right. So if I get a frame there, there, and there. And then I should. To be honest, I can probably live with it. Maybe. I printed out 4 of these. 1 for above each battery. Want you, and you. And that should give me a nice amount of stored power when the storm hits. Go put these away. And then put my floor back down. We use the 2-tone, so duh, duh, duh. Like so. Okay. What do these need to be welded? Is it just steel sheets? It is. Do I have any spare? I got loads. Wow, they take a long time to weld. It's going to make it a bit more difficult to get to that chip there, but I still can, so that's fine. I'm going to assume I need screwdriver. Electronic parts. Did I put any of those off? I did not. I have 6. Oh, okay, I need 2 more. I can get 2 more though. Oh, I've already got 2. No, that's lockers. Okay, let's make some electronic parts. Oh look, I've got everything that I need. Boom. 1 and a 2. Right, screwdriver. There we go. Right, we've got 4 batteries built. They just need to be plugged in. Give me that. Can I fit in this gap? I can. Come on. There we go. Boom. Boom. Shake the room. One, 2, 3. You are all outputting. That is beautiful. And then I guess we can just hook these up. Because that's my main power line, so I don't think it'll matter. I'm not going to pull more than... well, I'm not going to be pulling 100 kilowatts from this line anytime soon. We should be okay. Boom. There we go. When the next storm hits, we should be in a really good power position. They're all drained, but that's expected since I'm not making any power. Well, I'm making power, just not loads of it. So, batteries is done. Okay. I've got to play with graphs on here because I've never really messed with the graphs, so I want to have a look at how they work. And these ones down here, these kind of aren't massively important, but we may have a go. So I guess what I want to do is start setting up the system that's going to process the hay. So we've got the centrifuge. Whoops. Stick you there, get rid of you. So I've got the centrifuge, got the recycler. I don't know what they need to be built. And we're only going for the powered centrifuge again because we obviously don't have fuel. We're going to be producing it, but I've got power. It's not really an issue. You don't have any built it, so that's fine. Got the stacker. I'm going to need the stacker. Computer we're going to need for the sorter, although to be honest, don't know if I need the sorter now. The reason I was thinking, oh, sort out the seeds, but I'm happy for it all just to be processed into the recycler. So we may not need that. We'll take that. We'll take the glass. We'll take the console. We'll take the data dish. We'll probably need that for the graph. Yeah, okay. So let's... Oh, chutes. We are needing chutes. You. I've got no space. No, okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. And spend some time in here with our suit off. Okie dokie. So you're all good. Look at this. We're getting so many of them. Oh, we do need the sorter because it might be worth just to stockpile the seeds for a bit. It wouldn't hurt to have some spares. So yeah, you know what? Actually, let me go get the sorter. You, and you, and you. could probably use another stacker, but because of the power requirements, I'm not bothered about stacking the seeds, because eventually the seeds will be just chucked into the system anyway. Oh, but then they're still going to need another stacker. Yeah, you know what, actually, why do I have... What was my plan with that? I don't remember. Yeah, you know what, we will do another stacker, actually. Because just thinking about it, even if I want to split the seeds out, I don't want my furnace to be constantly on, off with single seeds. Iron, have I got iron? What's inside of you? No, that's copper. 2. None. Oh, let me get some iron processed. Still need to sort this furnace out as well, so that I can put multiple in there. It's just not really a priority, to be honest. Oh, I've got iron. Ugh. Go. Well, let's get these put in anyway. That should just give me... Yeah, well, 250s. Perfectly fine. You, and I think we're good. Oh, while I'm here, let me grab these as well. Okay, so first thing we need to do is everything that gets spat out needs to be well, we need to split it first. The very first thing it needs to go into is going to be the the sorter. Let me just try and move some of these. Okay. So as far as space goes, I wanted to try and keep everything in here, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. I mean, I could technically go up if need be. Let me think. So if... Oh, okay. But if we did it like there... Okay, and then each of those would go into the stacker. Because we've got our backup of seeds now anyway. So if something goes wrong, we've got seeds. We're fine. So these can't connect directly to this, can they? No. So we're going to have to do that. And... Oh, you'll have to come out one because of the cable. Doesn't matter. And then the furnace... Oh, no. No. Hang on a second. Oh, do I need 2 stackers? Because this is all going into the recycler, isn't it? The recycler's just always on. No, we don't. I don't think we need to worry about these, actually. Let me get rid of you. Get rid of you. Give me recycler first. Recycler's pretty big. So do I even need the sorter? Probably not. Because we are just going to purchase everything. So... I think recycler can go there. I would turn off the Larry, but it can continue going, that's fine. You there, you there. So you should now work. So I can just chuck these in. That'll start producing my biomass, which is going to output automatically as reagent, which is fine. So then I need that to go into a centrifuge. Now again, the centrifuge is pretty big. And also its input is on the left. Can't change that. So am I happy putting the centrifuge on the wall? I don't know if it'll even let me do that because of the port. It doesn't matter that it's in the wall, does it? It'll still work, I think. If I went... I don't know if this will work. if we bring you that way, can we use a corner? We can. Okay, so you can go into the wall, come up, and go into the centrifuge. I need the steel sheets to get the centrifuge welded. No, I don't. I need the wrench. Do not pop out the frame by accident. And then the welding torch and the steel sheets. Oh, you know what? They don't look too bad in the wall, actually. I thought it would look really ridiculous. But it's not too bad. So, cable and cutters. Now we are going to connect this to logic, because once it's full, because I mean we'll have it on all the time. Get it up to speed so it can always process. The actual exporting we should automate when it gets full. So yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. So I can do this now. And that should... There we go. So that should export that as reagent. That goes into the centrifuge. Perfect. Okay, so now that that's connected, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a... Oh, I wanted to add a junction. Oh no, I don't need to add a junction. I can just use that import bin. So I've got some reagent in there. I'm just trying to think. Really, I'm probably not going to get any more. You know what? I'm curious. What happens if you put reagent through a recycler? Oh. Okay. We don't need to do anything with the sheets then. That will just work. Great. I'm just trying to think whether I should be putting a stacker behind here. Oh, hang on. Why have I got not take my suit off? Because I'm a numpty. Yeah, so the problem is my biomass is going to be going through... I mean, it will eventually, I guess, stack inside the recycler. So yeah, let's not worry about it, actually. The recycler will hold on to it until it has a free space. I don't know how much it can hold, but it should be fine. But we can see there that guy's pretty much up to speed. It is slow. Is what it is, really. I could have multiple of these. Actually. Yeah, I could have multiple, because I could have a whatchamacallit, couldn't I? A flip-flop splitter. I could have two processing. Yeah, let's do that. I don't see any reason not to do that. I mean, they're gonna obviously use power, but I don't think power is going to be an issue, to be honest. I think we're going to be fine. Let's get one of these made. That's just going to take a second. Our life support is up. We barely use power now on our life support, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I changed. Oh, wait, hang on a second. When did I change my battery? I don't really remember. Meh, don't know. I'm sure it's fine. Come on. We got it. Okay. We already have the steel sheets for this. You're full. Okay, so we know it's 600 is the amount it holds. 600, or let's try 400. So that's what we're going to need to automate our centrifuge to do. As soon as it hits 400, I mean, maybe we go less than that. Maybe we... No, fuck it, 400. 400's fine. And when it gets to that, we want it to open, wait until the amount in there is 0, and then shut it and start up again. So what we'll probably see is, look, we can see the temperature increasing. And that's, again, is because we are condensing that pollutant. So, yeah. I mean, we could... That heat could be dumped into our CO2 line, which is just here, to be honest. But we're going to be constantly battling that, and I don't think I'm that... I mean, the temperature's going up very quickly. Very quickly. And any amount of pollutant that we put in there is going to cause that temperature to constantly increase. What's the best way of dealing with that? We could filter out the pollutant so that it never gets a chance to condense. I don't know. I think I'll have to come back to that. I'm not sure. Don't know what the best way of doing that is. We could just chuck it through an AC and have the AC cool it down. We could use a heat exchanger to exchange it with something and keep it at a temperature. I don't know. Right, give me both of these. You. Whoops. You and you. We're going to be making so much of this. It's going to be ridiculous. It should be illegal. Right, let's get this guy plugged in up here. Steel sheets. Oh, it was the wrench, wasn't it? I think. Yeah. And then we need the welding torch. Boom. Now we need to get some power. Wire cutters, my cable. And we're just going to bring these, for the sake of being tidy-ish, let's bring that across here. Straight down. That's not in the way of that, so that's fine. And you can connect to there. Okay. So, chutes. The flip-flop we will put here, like so. We will have a corner chute here, and we want to take that corner out down there. If I can get to it. I cannot, so that's fine, because we're going to have to take that one out anyway. Ah! Everything's everywhere. Right, you go away. So you're going to be a corner that goes there. You're going to be a straight. Straight, straight, straight. Corner, corner. There we go. Now, I don't think it matters. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. If I move that up, we'd have 4 and 2. We'd have 3 and... Oh, so maybe I'll move that flip-flop up. Actually, so if I put the flip-flop there... just to keep it a bit even. Where's the straight? Change that, put a straight there, give me some more chutes, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That way there's an even amount backed up into each centrifuge. We should be fine. Stick you in there. Oh, look at it all. You in there. You in there. Stick all of you in there. Okie dokie. And then what we will do is get that one turned on. You can start processing. And then I'll bring that chute back down. The junction. I wish you could junction in from the top and bottom, but it is what it is. So we'll send you out. We'll send you out. Have I got any more chutes in here? I do. Okay. Keep chucking it in thinking it's one of the other inlet ones, but it's not. Right. Let's go outside and see if we can get those chutes hooked up. I don't know where I am. There's my furnace. So that chute, I think, is outside. It is outside. Okay. Oh, look at all my charcoal. Got tons of the stuff. So we've got to 26 degrees in there. Now the pressure's still fluctuating. The temperature's going up a lot slower. It's because the pressure's higher. We need to bring this down. We don't want it this hot. So yeah, we need to think about that sooner rather than later. But first things first, let's get those chutes connected. Come on, there we go. Excuse me. Okay, so here are our chutes. Our furnace is here. Furnace is there. Okay, so I need to get... Could bring it through the top. Yeah, so... That frame there is the problem. But let me get these two connected first. So we need the junction. And to try and keep it balanced, because we've got more chutes at the top, I'm going to put the junction there. And... hang on. Yes, that's right. So that should balance them out, because the top chute, so we've got 1 2 3 1 2 3, so that should keep both of those pretty equal. We're not going to see the chute on the inside, so that's fine. And then I kind of need to... What's on the other side of this frame? Is that just another frame, or is that a wall? Can I take that frame out? I don't really know where I am. No, don't hit that frame out, bloody hell. That's my greenhouse there. So... I might go and put a wall inside, and I can pop off the frame. I've got a spare wall there, and I've got steel sheets. Okay. Right, so it was It's this one that I want to move. So if I was just to do... I just want the thin one. I mean, this isn't staying anyway, so it's absolutely doesn't matter which one I go for. And then steel sheets. No, it's not steel. Oh, plastic. Plastic, plastic. I got plastic. Okay. I stick that there, which means I should be able to take that wall out because these padded walls are airtight. They can also handle a pressure of 300 kPa. Yeah, so they're not going to pop either when I remove that frame. So we are fine. Come on, let me go, let me go. Oh, I hit my head. Right, my chute is there. So this is the wall that I'm taking out. There's definitely... No, we're good. There we go, we're good. Right, so then what I can do is the furnace is there below that frame. So if I just grab you, what I should be able to do, assuming I won't be in the way, I don't think I will, so we're alright. I should be able to bring you down here. Nope. There. But I won't be able to see that. But I'll be able to do it on the inside of the greenhouse. Fine. Let's get this frame re-welded. Let's back off because it'll blow me away anyway. Yeah, we're good. Wah, 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 wah. I'll go get a drink in my new installed water fountain, shall I? Go. See? Easy. Okie dokie. So I've got this chute here, and it's going to be a bit ugly just being on the wall there, but you know, this is what happens in stations. Things are ugly. Like you and you and you. Then we should see that chute there. Okay. Perfect. Now I think there'll be... I can't really get in unless I can move that import chute there. So let me do that first. Like so. Get rid of you. Out my way. So I can put... Oh, I can. Yeah, these are the kind of things that you shouldn't be able to do. But here we are, doing it. So do that. Turn you into a junction. There we go. So we have two different ways of getting stuff in there. I've got my own should I need to for any reason. Okay, so that will just work. So the only thing I need to, before we open the centrifuges, I need to work on this temperature. So what's the best way of doing this? Because that pipe there is the network for that tank. If I was to bring that pipe into here, I could dump it into an AC. We could have that pipe come across here, go into an AC, dump the heat into the CO2 line, and we could have that AC, because that CO2 line there will be times when it hits 100. But that's only going to be until we get this up to a push that we're happy with. And it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. What I would like to do is pop this glass off. But I don't know if this is a stupid thing to do. There was a little bit of something in there. It's going to be just volatile and pollutant. But the pressure is going to be so low that I don't think that will... I don't think... Oh, it might do, actually. Because the pressure that was in there was quite... Yeah, actually it is going to stay in here. So we need to get a... Where's the CO2 coming from? What's leaking CO2? Because surely there's no CO2 in there. Oh, maybe jetpack? Yeah, maybe jetpack. Maybe. So, let me get some insulated pipes. Oh, maybe this is what I was planning on doing with the EC. I don't really remember. But regardless. Put you there. That's where we had the big vent. That vent isn't going back there. So, let me do this. Tidy that up. Bring you up. Tidy these cables up. Like so. Bring insulated pipe across. And then you can go straight into there. So I need some more insulated pipe. Quite a bit more, to be honest. You've got steel and you don't have silicon. Right, we better get some processed. So give me... Oh, I'm running out of silicon. You go there, you go there, you go there. Alright, no, you're full. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Right, I want you in there. Want insulated pipe. So if we go for, I don't know, 10. A rough guesstimate. Run that into there. 10 should do as oh no, maybe not. But we want to get that connected. You... You is not going to work. Because that pipe's in the way. So I need to move this pipe out. I think there's a cable there as well, which is going to be a bit of a ball ache. That AC's in like the worst possible place. How many you want? 13. That'll do. Thank you. I think we can make that work. And I need that. So we'll get you connected first. Like so. Right, so that is going to be you, and then that should just be a pure volatile line really now, which it is. At 4.21 megapascal, so pollutant will never exist in there. The the waste. So let me... I'm pretty sure there's a cable here. Yeah, there is. Ay, caramba. So I just want to get that looped back into that line. So I mean, it's going to look crap, but I'm happy just bringing it up. I just need this one to shift and do one. Let me get this floor taken up. Angle grinder. Okay. So all we got to do is shift that cable along some. So, to be honest, I don't know why we didn't just go straight there. Yeah, to do that, and then that can just become a straight. This can go. There we go. All is good in the hood. And then we take you. This pipe just needs to shift down this way one. You become a junction. You go. And then I'm just gonna whip. I mean, I could have it go round and over, but to be honest, I'm just gonna have it go up because directly below the pipe it needs to connect to. Like so. Okay, so you are at 50% and 0. So take one of my filters. Here, have my... Which one was 0? That one. You do that for now. You'll keep going. And to be honest, take that one as well. Right, so I need... is it pipes for the AC, I think? Yep. And then screwdriver and cable. Boom. Oh, I need some more pipes. Go 1, 2. I need 3 more insulated pipes. I know that some people would have probably taken that pipe down into the frame. I just don't like the idea of too much being in the frame. I like being able to see my pipes and seeing my chutes. Makes it feel like I've done stuff other than it all being hidden. Like this here, I don't mind this coming out of the floor. I know some people might have a problem with that kind of thing, but yeah, it works. Boom. Oh yeah, power would be terrific. So you bring you across and you into there. Turn you on. So I'm going to say, because our auctions are going to be coming out at about 24, let's make them both 24. That is what I'm happy with. I'm not bothered at them having temperature in there at all. I just don't want them to be A minus, B hit 100. If I turn you on, you'll dump heat into here. Absolutely fine, isn't an issue. But there you can see it's drastically cooling down that volatile. And that's what I'm happy with. That's fine. This I don't understand why it always... You say it's 24 and it goes 25. It's always like a degree higher. There's probably some science reason for that, but let's go down to 23 and then you'll probably see it go down to 24. As you can see, going down 24 and then it stops. What is this wizardry? I don't know. But there we can see now, look, it's the cooling is still keeping up. Nothing is going into this because that is only going to heat up when we dump more volatile in. So most of the time, this can be off. To be honest, what I might do is change its mode depending on the temperature of the input pipe. Yeah, we could do that. I mean, it's just active. It's constantly using power. If we put it into an idle mode, I think it will use less power. Let's go and make a circuit. Should be able to do it. I think we've got all the materials we need. Yeah, we're good. We got my laptop, I think. Excuse me, we do. So, all is good. Have I got a tool missing? No. Don't think so. Okay, thank you very much. Off, off. Mine. Right, laptop. Import you. Okay. So, this is very simple. I don't think I even need to alias anything because the DB is the AC. So, load into R0. From the DB, the temperature input. Set greater than into R0. Whoops. Into R0 where R0. Oh no, hang on a second. I need to sub that so I understand it. Sub into R0, R0 minus 273. If R0 is greater than 24. No, let's go 20. Let me think. My oxygen is going to be coming out of room temperature, which is about 25. So yeah, we'll keep this 25 as well. If it's greater than 25, then go mode on. It's currently set to try and bring it down to 23. So that's fine. Yeah. Save to the DB. The mode is R0. Jump to start. Very easy, very quick, very simple. And that should be fine. So set to 23, you get to 24. If that's above 25, turn you on. That'll get it to about... If we did branching, we'd be able to get it down. Yeah, so let's say if it's greater than 26, branch greater than, get rid of you. We say cool, and then off. To change that, let's do on off. So branch. So if that is greater than 26, if R0 is greater than 26, go to on. Set less than. R0 is less than 24.5. Go to off. Save to the DB, the mode as 1. Save to the DB, the mode as 0. Jump to start. Jump to start. And this bit here just constantly cycles back. So, is it greater than 26 degrees? Yep, turn the mode on. If it's less than 24.5, turn the mode off. And that should be fine. Export you, do that. Your mode should be active. Oh, it's temperature. 24. Why are you still active? Why are you still active? I don't know. Put this code on there. Sub 273 is 273.5, I think, isn't it? Is that where it's getting confused? Oh no, if it's less than 24.5, turn it off. Well, it is less than 24.5. What you talking about? Air conditioner. Mode 1 is active. So if R0, is it not temperature input? Have I got that wrong? No, it is temperature input. So if it's sub that, so that'll be whatever it is. If it's greater than, R0 is greater than 26, go to on. If it's less than 20, so if I just put 25 in there, Does that work? What's your problem? It can't be. So what if I bring this down some more? That's gonna 23.6, 23.5. You're still active. 23.3, 23.2. Am I missing something? Start. Load into R0 from the DB. Temperature input. Sub R0, R0 minus 27. Let me just change that back to 273. It's greater than 26. Go to on. And then mode on, jump to start. Eh? But it's less than. The fuck am I missing? What am I doing wrong? It's less than 25. Turn it off. I'm subbing 273. Not processing anything, but that's because it's met temperature. Well, it thinks it's met temperature. Do I have... I'm not batch reading anything, am I? No, you're not batch reading anything. I don't have to alias it, do I? I mean, let me do that anyway. Alias the AC to DB. And then load into R0 from the AC. Temperature input. Save to the AC. Save to the AC. That shouldn't matter, that's just giving it a name. What the fuck are you doing? It's greater than 26 on. It's like it's if it's less than 20, if set less. Oh, you dickhead. I knew it'd be me, obviously. Why wouldn't it be me? Everything's me. Ah, there we go, look. Almost like magic. Bloody works if you help put the right command in. So I don't really want it that cold because then we're gonna have to we're gonna be dumping heat back into it anyway. So if we go for 23, that'll get down to 24. So if it's greater than 26, turn it on. If it's less than 24.1, turn it off. So if I export that. Now currently idle. So if we go and tidy up some of this. Oh, I also need to put the glass back in before I do anything. So you go there. Everything should be working. I don't think we've got any more biomass in you, have we? You're still going. That's fine. I need to go and open the levers. How are we looking? 124 and 95. Open both of them. We'll automate this later. You got 120 in you, that's good. Take your time. got all day. I don't know how much the recycler can hold. Realistically, we don't need the stacker. We should probably have. We're making a lot. We're making an awful lot of this. The combustion centrifuge would do a much better job. So if we go outside.
Storm incoming.
Oh, thank you for letting me know. Okay, so furnace is on. Temperature is at 21.9. You're still idle. So you can see that we've got our pollutant in there, but our pollutant is obviously condensing, so that doesn't last very long in there at all. Part of me thinks that the tank is wasted. We should have, when we have pure volatile, that volatile should be shifted. I'm not sure the best way of doing it. Also, how did my... Oh, because there was CO2 in... it's fine, I can filter that out. It's fine. It's actually 0, so I might just leave it in there. It doesn't matter. It's not even like, oh, 22.3. We said it had to be above 26 to turn on. We're fine. I mean, it's going to take a while to get there. It's fine. But yeah, I think what I should do is tidy up. And you. And you. I'm going to chuck these in my coal bag. I haven't done it, but I assume charcoal can be used for steel. It probably can. Right. So, let me go and close both centrifuges. Yeah, get them processing again.
Storm incoming.
I have a circuit in here, so I could automate the centrifuges. Might not be a bad idea. You've got 116 U, you're fine. You're still doing you. Okay, laptop. So, this crap can go, it doesn't matter. So you go, you go, you go. You're fine, you go. So let's alias. I'm just gonna put sent because I can't bother to write the whole thing. Sent. We want sent 1 and sent 2. Sent 2 to D2. Now the centrifuges, so we know they can hold up to 400. So we could just count that as soon as it hits 400. Open it up. The reagents, total number of reagents recorded by the device. So we'll just do that. So we will load into R0 from sent 1 the reagents branch greater than where R0 no branch equal where R0 is equal to 400 branch to empty sent 1, and then down here we'll just go empty sent 1, and we're going to do an empty sent 2. And then what we'll do is under empty sent 1 we have the open. So here we're going to go save to sent 1 the open as as 1. So we want to open that, and then you're going to jump to start. And then down here, going to be exactly the same for sent 2. Jump start, and we're going to copy this. We need to load into R0 from sent to reagents. Okay, and then down here, if we get down here, we just want to save to the sent. Well, I could save batch. No. Just to save me a line of code. Let's not even bother. Save to sent 1, the open as 0. Save to sent 2, open as 0. So all it's going to do is if we hit 400. No, that's not going to work. Hang on a second. That's not going to work. So we need to do... So after we load the number of reagents, we obviously go and empty them. If it's equal to 400, then yeah, go and empty it. But then down here, if it's open and it's greater than 0, we don't want to do anything. So what we're going to do is save to sent 1, the open as 0. Save to sent 2, the open as 0. But here we want to load. I don't need to load this reagent again. So if we do load into R1 and load into R1, we still have R0 and R1 saved as the thingamabobs, don't we? So load the reagents. If we do set greater than 0, branch relative greater than 0. If R0 is greater than 0, then go 2 lines. So only if it's equal to 0 are we going to tell it to close. If it's greater than 0, we're going to skip that line. That shouldn't matter, because if it ever hits 400, we skip this anyway and go to here. And if it's greater than 0, even if it's started running and we've got 10 in there and it's still running, it's not greater than 0, so we don't want to close it. It'll already be closed. Only when it hits 0 is that going to happen. And while it stays on 0, it'll keep closing, but that doesn't matter. So then we can do, well, we'll basically copy that, but that becomes R1. Take you out, put you there. So branch greater than 0 relative if R1 is greater than, oh yeah, sorry. So if that is greater than 0, jump 2 lines. I think that'll be fine. So if I take you, export, turn you off for a second. I need. I did connect their logic up, didn't I? I need to label them. So we go sent 1, sent 2. And then where are we? Sent 1 becomes sent 1, sent 2 becomes sent 2. Yeah, so they should both just be running, which they are. So we will have to keep an eye on both of those and make sure that it does what it's supposed to do. But yeah, that should be that. So we'll keep an eye on that. You're still doing you, you're fine. Oh yeah, graph. So, what I wanted just to figure out how to use them really, I want to learn the graph. I don't think they're too difficult. So all I want to do is I want to figure out how much oxygen, well, I want to make sure that I'm making oxygen quicker than I'm using it. If we see that graph going down, it's not good. Oxygen is my most important resource, other than water. So I want a graph, and I want to see if these work. Well, let's see how they work. We'll just go for a flat one, I guess. Take you there, you there. Glass. So how do you operate? Right, so I can connect to pressure regulators, IC housings, Larry housings, logic readers, but I can't connect to tanks. Okay. So do we need to... Can we connect to memories? Do I have a memory? Oh, I could just read. Hang on, let's do this. Because I don't need you for anything. This was just for troubleshooting. That should still work. So, and there might be more ways of doing this, but I'm just trying to figure it out. If I go across here, whoops. Right, and then, oh, need to get the report as well. Like so. Right, I want the... Did I label you? I did not. Oxygen tank. Yeah, we're fine. So if we take in the oxygen tank somewhere in here, there we go, and load the pressure. You can see there the pressure's increasing. Can I connect to the logic reader now? $5762.
Hydration critical.
What am I doing? 5-7. So we're not gonna see. We probably need to change that by a factor or something, don't we? Because we want to see that pressure going up. But for a long... Okay, so it's updating, what is that? Every... I don't know. Maybe 30 seconds. So we can see the line going up, which is fine, but it's not very informative. So what I'd like to do is... If we divide... oh, great. Maths. Fucking hell. So if we were to, I don't know, divide that value by, say, 100, look at all the blue. And that storm was still going, so I had more capacity to hold more power. Interesting. But yes, if we go for a logic, we want a processor. I think I only need one. The storm finished? Oh no, storm's still going, but it'll be finished in just over a minute. Oh yeah, I need to make sure I vacuum out this room. go. So if I was to... Yeah, we'll go for a logic math. I mean, everything that I'm doing here could be done on IC anyway. But we're just playing. Right, whoops. Excuse me. So if I was to... Nope, don't do that. Don't do that, I said. So if we were to take in the logic reader... Oh... I need a memory, don't I? I need a number that... for it to thingy by. What other options is there in here? Logic compare, select, min, max. Don't know what that means. Gate, math, nothing. What else do we have? Where's the logic reader? You're part of that kit. So we've got reagent switch, slot readers. Nah. Math. Oh. What do all them do? I don't know. Let's try it. Math. You're in? I don't know. Take in the logic reader. So what's this giving us? That's giving us the cell. That is giving me whatever atan is. That is not a number. That is not a number. That's changing. So if we changed you to connect to the thingamabob instead. Does that give us a bit more of a graph? Basically, I just want to see it going up or down. And I'm just trying to do it the easiest fashion we can. So we're using something called squirt. Don't know what that is. Sin? Don't know. Round. Don't want to round it. Rand? The fuck is that? That is nothing. Log is nothing. Apparently that's the floor. Who the fuck knows? Exponential. Infinity! We basically have a graph that shows us nothing. Cos is something? Don't know. And then we're back to beginning. So why are you still showing me infinity? Stop. So we currently have 0. Abs. Tan. Abs. Squirt. What is squirt? I don't know what squirt is. Tan is a number that goes up. Other clever people might be like, it doesn't mean what you think it means, but I'm just looking for a line that's going upwards. I don't care what these numbers mean. I guess it'll be a bit more obvious when we start using the oxygen. It might be going down a little bit quicker. What if I was to read something else? What if we were to read the total moles? Is that a bit more obvious? And give me, I don't know. Apparently infinity breaks it, would appear. Yeah, don't do infinity. There we go. 1436. I think if we just did a math unit and we just changed the factor. Let me go and do that. Let me go and put my suit on, for my sake. I'm gonna go repair solar panels, then we'll make a memory. Let's just continue playing with this, I think, just to figure it out. Okay, so let's go for memory. Stick a cable right in there. And let's go for a... not that one. Logic math. Bring in the reader. Bring in the memory. And then multiply that. Yep, I will need to actually set up the memory. So let me set this. Let's do it as a factor of 10,000. You doing a thing or no? Yeah, no. Thought that would work, but maybe not. Can it only show 5 digits? Are you still connected to? You're not even connected to the thing. Logic math. Why does that say 7-1? Okay, you know what? Just in case. Pop. Pop. And... pop. Right, put it back together. Not that one. That one. That one. You're still connected somehow, even though I just put you back up, but that's a thing that happens. I don't want you. You go away. Don't want you. Turn off. No, it's picking multiple things. Nah. Ah, how do I get rid of that? Although interesting, it let me pick multiple things, so that's interesting. Let me try a different console. It'll need more cable, but it's fine. You and you. Bring that all the way down. What? Stop connecting to things. What is that reading from? The fuck, man? Why? Stop. Why is that red? I don't want it red. Right, I think we got our fact at 1422. Might have to do by a factor a bit higher than that, I think. I've got the 900. It's still rounding. I don't want it to round. You're taking the total moles, though. Let me take in the pressure. Okay, I'm going to change that to a factor of something more. Let's go for a factor of 1 million. I'm just going to wait for it to get past 0. Oh. I thought it would... What about if we go, like, lots of zeros? I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Here we go, lots of zeros. Thing is, it's still rounding, isn't it? It's still rounding at the 7th amount. What if I did a thing? Let me divide. Fantastic. Now we have like loads of nothing. Divide by 10. Go away. $588. I mean, obviously this is me, but 100. I just want a nice thing. I'm just trying to get that figure to a point where I've got a nice steady incline so I can see it's going up or down. Maybe I'd be better doing logic for this. What you'd need, I don't know. I'll have to have a play with these in my own spare time. Basically, don't know how graphs work. There's 59, but it's going to take a long time for it to change. I feel like it isn't this. It's... Sure, if you change the factor of a multiplier. Infinity multiplied by 100. Why? How is a number multiplied by 100 infinity? What your life at? That's not a thing. Stupid thing. I genuinely thought multiplying by 10,000 would have given me a number that I wanted. But apparently not. I guess this can only display what it can display. If we do 10,000, yeah, it just whacks a 0 on the end, but I don't want the 0 on the end. Oh, I don't know. I'll play with them at some point, it's not important. Okay. So, I've got more seeds. I'm not going to harvest them right now. Wait, yes I am, because... Why wouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Do. And get you replanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do. Turn you on, turn you... Nope. Put you in. We've got so much flour now. We've got 1 kilogram of flour. 1 kilogram! You done? Yeah, you done. Turn you off. So much food. We are not going to be starving anytime soon. Okay, so these guys are still going. We've got 90 in there, 97. So that's pretty nice and even. So I'm going to say we've done that. We're not going to see what happens until we get... why am I drinking out of this? Only God knows. But that's a couple of things done off our list. Graft, I don't understand. We are moving the hay into recycler and all that stuff. So we've done hay transport and processing. We've got the volatile cooling, so hopefully that'll be enough. Play with grafts. I'm going to just play with them in my own spare time. That's fine. Oh, move traded water. Yes. Okay, so to be fair, I haven't checked today, so I don't actually know how my water is doing. But when I checked it, it was going to go into double figures. No. Okay, we're using water quite slowly. But that's fine, because I've got tons of water on the roof, which I did trading with. Well, sorry, trading for, I should have said. Not trading with. Let me put some of this crap away. And we're going to need to make some... See, I told the wife, look, she just didn't believe me, but I told her that this wouldn't stay tidy, because I just start getting into a habit where I can't bother to go to every single locker and keep things tidy. So, yeah, she's just... Meh. Right. I need insulated pipes, because we've got quite a long pipe to get set up. Gonna need more steel. I don't have any steel, so now would be a good time to figure out if, well, just to check if we can use charcoal, because I've got a lot of charcoal. So we don't need that much charcoal. If I split you in half, why are this all overlapping? There we go. So 100 of the iron, 100 coal is 6 stacks of iron. Assuming this works how I think it's going to work. So let's go for 100 of that. And then, well, that's going to bring that temperature right down. Although it doesn't affect it by much. Not at all. I assume it's because it's come out of the thingamabob, the furnace is degassed anyway, isn't it? So we should be alright to dump this straight into this furnace. 1, 2. It's carbon. I think you can make steel out of carbon. I've never done it, but I'm pretty sure this will be fine. I mean, if not, I'm just creating a lot of reagent. Right. Give me some more. And you know what? I reckon... Now let's see what we get to. So we're on about... What's that going to be? 450. What do we get down to? As long as it stays above 372. Yeah, so if we get to 440, roughly. Yeah, we can put... Yeah, this is fine. Because 372 is going to be 100 degrees Celsius, and that is the temperature at which it stops processing. So yeah, as long as we're just keeping an eye on that, we could set up some logic or something that if the furnace is below 100, don't output. Give me my steel. Oh yeah, silicon as well. You ran out of... Nah, it's the steel. Boom. Yes, so we can use our charcoal for steel. Good. Right, give me that. Oh, no! Right, so we are going to... we need to run an insulated pipe from the liquid tank on the roof to the greenhouse. But we're going to have to set up a valve, because if we decide to trade something else, we don't want our only way of getting it out to be our water pump. I need to get a vent up in here. Don't have a spare vent. Where's my big vent gone? I don't remember where I used it. Oh, it's there. Literally not being used anywhere. Let me think. You're connected. Can't remember where your pipe's going. Going that way. That's not going to help me. I could stick it there. That's going to my cold furnace. And you're obviously getting power under the floor, so... Where's my cable? Because you're getting power from somewhere. I think it's under there, isn't it? Not there. Where are you getting your power from? Oh, Pico. This will eventually just become like an emergency ventilation vent. Not sure I'll ever code it in or anything, but I guess you will set it up so that if the temperature in here gets, say it goes above 100 degrees, something's gone massively wrong. We want to get it out. We wouldn't just dump it out into Venus. We would put it into a tank to be processed later. It's not going to empty out the entire base. You need multiple of them. What do I need? Electronic parts. Oh, stop. I forgot about you. Electronic parts. I need iron. Be a couple of them. I think it's plastic after this, isn't it? Thank you. Oh, screwdriver. And then, yeah, plastic sheets, which I have dumped into my locker over here. There. Okie dokie. And then if I get an insulated pipe, which I don't have. Thank you all. You. Give me that. Give me that. And then do that. Set you inward. There we go. So that will get rid of the pressure we've got in here. Okay, so water. I think I want... what I want to do is have a push rather than a pull pump. We just want to get it out of the tank up there. So that's where all the different valves can be should we make any more. Which means I need heavy cable because up there I'm pretty sure... Yes, I think up there it's running off the heavy cable, same as the traders. So if we cancel that... Come on, get me through. Ah! Yeah, so from this network, so in here, so I did a bit more trading. We've got a lot of water. So like, I am not going to run out of this. Probably on the playthrough at this point. But I ain't going to do any more trading for water now. We're done with that. I just need to get the water pipe over to my greenhouse, which is here. Well, this is the second part. Here. So it needs to come. I can connect it to there. So if we get it just to this side of the landing pad, then we should be fine. Yeah, so we'll make that an insulated pipe. Bring that straight across. Can't go through it, can you? So we'll have to just go round. I do like that you can put these right up against the trading pad there. They could have very easily just made the collision box massive, but they didn't, which is good. And we're going to do this like this. Now that's going to be reducing the pressure. Oh, it's not, because there's nothing in there. But I want the pump. I might move the pump there, actually. That one. Okay. Then we go pump. You there. Need to get you cabled in. So my nearest cable point is just here. I should be able to cross. We're going to have to do a thing. Like so. Straight into there. Now that pipe network is not going to allow me to store too much in it. So what I need to do, because we've got a tank on this side, what I think I need to do is potentially put a tank on this side. What's the maximum? The capacity is 600 litres. I have 597. Oh, plus the 27. That's going to send me over. Right. Let's go and get it connected inside then. Like, we could go for another tank, but realistically, I'm not going to trade for any more water, nor are we going to be able to produce water in quantity where we're ever going to go above the capacity, so I'm not going to worry about it. If I get it connected to the network of pipes inside my greenhouse, that should take me to, well, I should have plenty of space. Because this network here can hold, look at all that, because of all the trees. So we just want to connect these two together. Which is easier said than done, because that bloody cable's in the way. What I might do now is get rid of the water bottle filler. Well, not get rid, just move it. Because that's all this cable's going to. So if we do, that's a four-way corner, but we don't need this bit here. If I do that, then we'll bring the pipes down. Obviously I'm using insulated here. Don't need insulated here, but I've just got them to hand, so why the hell not? And just because that looks stupid if we don't change it, that pipe can go, and that can go. So the capacity of this now should be absolutely ginormous. Look at that, 123,000 litres. We're good. We're absolutely good. Now the pressure in there is now going to be drop, so it's going to be, well, not doing much really, to be honest. So that is fine. You're fine. You're still going up. We can see it's still going up. It's just the graph doesn't display it, which is just a shame. Let me go and turn that pump on. Get all the water moved across out of that tank, and it's all in one place, so that if we have a massive kablowie, then we've lost it all. Fantastic. Cancel. Okay, and then we could just put this to max. It shouldn't cause any issues. No, we're fine. The capacity in that network is so large, it's not going to cause any problems whatsoever. We're just completely siphoning that. There will be a little bit left over because there will be a little bit of steam, is what it is. We could use some additional valves to pull the steam through, but it's not going to be an issue. But look at that. Almost, oh, we're going to get 700 litres. $700 of water. That's traders. Traders are very... They're good if you're starting out and you don't want to like deal with all the struggle, but once you play the game for a while, I guess you don't really want to do traders too much because you want to feel a bit more of a challenge, don't you? And the traders took a lot of the challenge out of this game, but on this playthrough for me. But that's not the end of the... That wasn't a bad thing because I'd never played on Venus before. This was the first time for me, and brutal. But without traders, yeah, I'd have been dead. I'd have been dead long ago. But I think the next time I play on Venus, I will not do trading, and we'll just see how long it takes me to die. Well, no, sorry, that's a lie. I will trade, just not for water. I'm allowed to sell water, sell gases, sell whatever. But I'm not allowed to buy water. Everything has to be produced. So it means I have got to get my greenhouse up a lot quicker than I did on this playthrough. I think it'll be quite fun in itself. Quite a challenge. Might be that I don't do a single life on that, but we'll see. Okay, well, we're stocked up on water. We've got more water in there than what we've used so far on the playthrough, so I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. Now, to the point where it's probably not even worth making water, but we're going to do it anyway, because if we can say that we're self-sufficient, then that is good. On that graph, just thinking, the problem is because it's such a large number, it's a bit crap, isn't it? But I guess what you need to do is, if you take from the tank the amount that's in there, then like wait a length of time, then record it again. If that number is positive, yeah, maybe that's how you do it. You need to work with smaller numbers. Yeah. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to try that. Let me get that gone. Produce vol, we've got. That's sorted now. Let me go and have a play with this graph. Let me see if I can do it. I probably can't, but I'm going to try. You go away, you go away. Because what I really need, all I need to do is I need to store something. So if I label this, we'll put it on this housing. So if I call this greenhouse main housing, because we're not using the state, so we can just put our value into there. Take my suit off, it's getting a bit hot. Look at this. This is amazing. Bloody amazing. You guys are still going. Fantabby-dozy. So eventually what will happen is, because I put a safety, didn't I, on that vent and furnace, where if the pressure of volatile is above a certain pressure, the furnace and the vent will not turn on. When that doesn't turn on, we'll get a backup in the chute. When the chutes are backed up, these will no longer export. Now what I need to do is eventually I need to put something on him so he doesn't keep trying to put into the chute bin. If it's full, just don't harvest anything, just leave it. And let these guys just continue to produce oxygen for me. That's what I should probably be doing. But I'm not gonna, I'm gonna play with graph. Okay, so let me get my laptop. Whoops, let me get my laptop again. So we have the code. So I'm gonna put it here before I do all the jumping. I've still got access to multiple pins, so what we can do is load into R0 from the ox tank. Oh, let's just go O2 tank. The pressure. Going to alias the O2 tank D3. Okay, then what I'm gonna do boom, boom. What I might do, I've got the yield up here. Right, we're already yielding on the grow lights. Because I think that's about half a second. So we could load the pressure, then do the grow light bit, and then do it again. And the difference between those two is basically what I want to display on the graph, right? So I'm gonna put a couple of yields on because I'm not bothered if it takes an extra second for the grow light. It doesn't matter. So start. We're going to load into, and you know what? I'm going to do something that I was showing Sophie as well because I would like to get into this habit. I'm going to alias. What? I can't spell for this shit. Alias pressure 1 to R15. Alias pressure 2 to R14. So we're going to load into, and I'm going to go pre1, pre2. Load into pre1 from the O2 tank the pressure. Then it's going to yield. It's going to do its grow light stuff. And then we're going to load into pre2 from the O2 tank the pressure. Yeah, so take it, 1 second later take it again. We are going to sub. What we're doing, looking bracket, that's power up like this. Sub into R0. Yep. We're gonna do. So let me think. So if I'm seeing an increase, then we want to do pre2 deduct pre1. Yeah. Pre2 deduct pre1. Okay, and then we're going to save to the DB. The setting is R0. But that should give me like a really small value. So let me just need to set up the pins. So if we export that, put you in there. Yes, I know, shut up. So O2 tank. Yeah, I should have gone the other way, but never mind. Oxygen tank. And that's fine. There you go, look, we're getting a difference. So the fact that that's positive means we are producing oxygen. Now, I wouldn't have thought it would be going up that quick unless we're currently dragging it in. We're not. So I would expect that to go up and down. Oof. P1. Sub pre into R0, pre2 and pre1, save the setting. And then it should go and reload it. I don't understand why that difference is still increasing, because it should be resetting both the pre-1 and pre-2, so you wouldn't expect the difference to be doing what it's doing. But what we should probably do is we're going to sub both. So we're going to sub pre-2 minus pre-1. And then I need to... Oh no, it's trunk. I don't think that'll work though, because I think if I go trunk R0, R0, I think that'll give me 0 or 1, and that's not what I want. Yeah, that's not what I want. So I'm going to... What if we round? No, not that one. Round R0, R0. Nope. Fucking hell. Okay, let's change the factor. Let's mull. What's the fucking thing? Mull. Shut up. That does work. Mull. R0. R0 minus 10,000. Minus, fuck's sake. Multiply by 10,000. But 0.1. I don't get why it's still going up. So to me, that's kind of saying that with our oxygen, well, in my head, my oxygen production is increasing more and more as time goes on. So I'm making it faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. That's what I'm getting from that. Oh, you dick. I haven't got my data disk. Let me go grab that. That one. Feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Right, I don't want logic math. I want the main, that one. Right, so we need to wait for that to piss off, and then hopefully we'll see a better line. There we go. That's what I wanted. So we're currently increase. So obviously we've got a bit of a. You can see it. Is basically what I'm trying to get at. Still not like amazing. It's just at 0.1, but I don't understand the thing. So what if I multiply it by 100,000? I think that the larger we go on the multiplication, it's going to be less and less obvious. I want this to go away. You can see it's kind of going, or is it? I don't know. Is that because I'm where I'm looking? I'm not sure. Okay, maybe that's too much of a difference. Lowered into P2 for the pressure sub to R0 P2 minus P1, so that will get me my difference. Multiply that. Let's bring that down a little bit. What if we do it by 1,000? Wait, bing, boing, wham, bam. Gonna get you if I can. Wait for that. Come on. Come on. Okay. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10,000. I guess the fact that it's showing as a... Basically, as long as this number here is a positive, then we're fine. Aren't we? If I went for 100,000, I'd get a 1, which again is probably fine. The 1 doesn't really mean anything. It's just a... Because the difference in the pressure is going to be like minor. I don't get why it's still going up. It kind of saying that it's that I'm producing it quicker and quicker, but I don't think that's the case. Nothing in here should be changing. But the ferns aren't exactly like they're getting better. I guess maybe the amount of these is bringing it up. But I don't know. Okay, so we've kind of got a graph, which is not really displaying an awful lot. I guess it would be better on when I start using it for fuel. It should be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. With still an increase would be nice. But we'll worry about that as and when. Right. So that might be it for today. I'm gonna go spend some time with the wife. Fucking hell, it's 4:15. So yeah, we've got the... Obviously, got him sorted out last time. I've got all this wired up now. We're processing all of the hay, so that's all good. We've got it plugged into our furnace, which is good. Then a graph, which is, well, neither here nor there. Got our drinking fountain plugged in. We are cooling our volatile, or at least keeping it at a decent temperature, because we want to keep the oxygen here and that volatile as close as possible, because they're going to be our fuel production. So then what we'll do is we'll run them both through a heat exchanger, and we should be pretty close anyway. That's good. Where did this come from? Oh yeah, these were here, weren't they? So let me do that, 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 and that. Any more steel? I do not. Must took it away somewhere with me. Yeah. Get all you filled back in. But yes, we did that. We've got all of our power now, so power should not be a problem for a long time anyway. The storms come in and just refill us, so we're absolutely golden. So I guess next time... So I think what I'd like to do... I don't know if this is a stupid thing, but let's add a bit of variety. I think next time we try and pressurize the base. Because there's no rush on me having to, like, the fuel production is going to be for rockets if I get to it, water production, but I don't need to rush on any of those things. It would be a nice way to walk through here and not have to put my suit on. And that will either go really well or it won't. But we'll see. So that is what we're going to do next time. We are going to pressurize the workshop. And yeah, see how that goes. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.